Bismillah. Welcome to another episode of Trap Shake Memoirs. This is again a self-reflection podcast where I come on and I just talk about my thoughts, what I've learned this week, or what I've been going through this week, or again sometimes I'm just trying to work this thing out called life, But yeah, so the theme of this week, again, the last episode was talking about temporal truth and eternal truths. The topics kind of merged. Sorry, I've just literally forgot. This episode is always sponsored by Human Appeal. Make sure that you click the link in the bio down below, and make sure that you donate generously to the people of Palestine and Syria, because it's a winter campaign. Again, the conditions in Syria at the moment I know are getting worse because of some floods that are going on, and people's homes, or again the tents and the camps, have been kind of not destroyed, but I know they've been heavily affected. So again, if you want to donate to the people of Palestine and Syria, if you click the link in my bio, you can donate there, or you can go over to my Instagram page or Human Appeal's Instagram page, click the link in their bio. It's a fundraising link, and you can donate directly from Instagram. So if you want to do it like that, you have that option. But yeah, in today's episode, it's a kind of a follow-on from the last episode. I'm reading a book. The book is called Essentialism by Greg McKeown. I think that's his name. And basically, the book is talking about how it's similar to minimalism in regards to, So the book is called Essentialism by Greg McKeown. I think that's his name. I generally think that's his name. And he's talking about the things in life that we genuinely need. It's all about having the essentials in life. But he's talking about it from... At first he's talking about it from objects, okay, what is essential in your life? Do you need this item? Do you need this object? Do you need that amount of shoes or coats or whatever? So it's tied in a little bit with minimalism, but then it goes on to one step further, and it goes on to a lifestyle change, what matters in your life, what is essential in your life. And again, it's a really good book. I haven't finished it yet, but it's talking about the things that you should place the importance on, because if you don't prioritize certain things, other people will prioritize them for you. So things that are essential in my life, my religion, obviously, my family, working out, because again, it's really good for my mental state. These are the things that are essential in my life. Obviously there's other things, I'm just saying three for time. There's obviously other things I focus on, but these are the main things that I really need to live a good life. But then it just got me thinking into more of again, religion and certain things, and where I'm putting a lot of my time. Because if you're wasting your time with things that aren't essential, that don't really give you that fulfillment in your life, you are taking away that energy for other things. So for example, if you're slaving away trying to impress people that you don't really like, you're not only, again, doing yourself a disservice, you're also taking away energy that could have been put into the relationships with family members, with your partner and your spouse. So not only, like I said, not only are you taking away from yourself, you're taking away from them as well. And the book Essentialism is always talking about where to invest your energy. Likewise, I was thinking that about Allah as well. Sometimes I have to always ask myself the question when I'm doing something: what is the purpose of what I am doing? What is the greater purpose of what I'm doing? What I'm doing right now essential and beneficial to my life, or is it not? And I think when you ask yourself this question, you can come to some conclusions with okay, cool, these things are wasting time and I don't need to do them anymore. But it was also the same with, people when they say, when people say, I don't feel a connection with Allah, and I don't feel a relationship with Allah. And then you have to turn the question onto yourself. Have you invested in that relationship? have you put any effort in that relationship? Look at it like, again, normal people or family members or whatever. When you don't invest and nurture relationships with people, again, the relationship doesn't blossom, it doesn't grow. And I feel like it's the same with Allah sometimes. Allah is a lot more forgiving, so like more than the people anyway. So the relationship that you're looking for with Allah, I just turn the question onto yourself, like, again, what is the relationship that you have with him? Do you speak to him when you're making dua? A lot of people don't, like, it's a reality. A lot of people don't really make dua like that. Like, again, they ask for it maybe after one prayer or whatever, but like, again, like a constant, just like, think of the relationship that you'd have with someone if you called them up every day and you spoke to them and you was talking to them about, oh, my day was like this and blah, blah, blah. And again, and it's also someone that wanted to hear about all these things, your worries. They wanted to hear from you. So it's not like when you go to someone and you can tell they're trying to wait for you to shut up. Like, no, it's someone that wants to talk to you, wants to have this conversation with you, wants to communicate with you. More so wants you to communicate with them, meaning you to tell them your problems. Think about that. There's so many people in this world, like, again, we want to unload our problems on and tell our problems to. And we're always saying that, oh, I told them about my problems, but they didn't really seem that receptive to it. It seemed like they didn't want to hear it. Allah is someone that wants to hear your problems. I know, as bad as that sounds, but wants to hear them because he's the only one that can do something about it. But he wants to see your reliance on him because it shows your relationship with him, the relationship of master and slave. And don't think slave is a bad word, because think of who you are a slave to. Again, I'm 100%, again, as big as I am, as strong as I am or whatever, I'm 100% in need of Allah in all facets of life. I need him for everything. I need him to get out of bed. I need him to eat. There's nothing I can do without Allah, because I am a slave of Allah and I'm okay being a slave of Allah. I know the slave has bad connotations attached to it because we're looking at it from a worldly perspective, and in the world it does have negative connotations. But with Allah, again, I'm more than happy to be a slave, an Abdullah, slave of Allah. Because again, it's just the best. That's the relationship I want to nurture. That's the relationship I want to put all my eggs in that basket, because he is the source of all sources. So if I go to the source for something, everything else will work itself out. All my other relationships will work itself out if I'm making a great relationship with Allah, because Allah, I think even Allah says in a hadith when it says, like, I don't know if it's a hadith or it's a Quran or it's just a saying. So again, forgive me for not knowing. But when it talks about, like, when Allah loves someone, he commands all the angels to love him, and all those that are beloved to him to love him as well. And I've noticed it with, like, pious men. Like, I just have this natural attraction to them. Like, again, they're just soft-hearted people, very calm, and you're just drawn to them because of their beautiful nature. But it's because Allah, like when it says Allah changes the hearts of the believers in between his two fingers. Obviously, it's a metaphor, but it's a thing of, like, Allah can change your heart to liking someone or disliking someone, just like Allah can do it the opposite way with making someone like you or dislike you. So instead of trying to, again, chase the validation of people, if you chase the validation of Allah, Allah will give you everything else, because he is the creator and he rules the creation. It's very simple. So, and that's why I used to say to people, I said, I'm not even chasing paradise. I'm not chasing Jannah. I'm not chasing paradise. I'm not chasing heaven. I'm chasing the owner of heaven. I'm chasing the owner of Jannah. I'm chasing the owner of everything that is beautiful in this world. Because if I chase what is beautiful, I might miss it. But if I chase beauty itself, Allah is beauty. If I chase beauty itself, if I chase Allah, I will get all this world has to offer. Beauty, love, again, commitment, whatever you want, you can find it in Allah. And I think sometimes people, again, that's why they said the book Essentialism, when he's talking about what's essential in your life. And for me, it's Allah. So I try to put all my energy into that thing, because I know it takes care of everything else in my life. And there's also there was an analogy of it's not an analogy, it's a picture. It's a picture of like a circle, and on that circle there's loads of different arrows, like small arrows going out each different way, and basically that's your energy. So it's like a little bit there, 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 a little bit there. However, there was another picture where it's like the same circle, but then the energy is going in one direction, all of the energy, and that line was much longer than the other lines. And it's because you put all your effort into this one thing, you've made more progress in it, and it was more essential. And that's the thing where I'm saying, again, if you keep on, again, just sharing your energy out, just spreading your energy out into the world, and your relationship and your time and your blah, and you're spreading all that out, you're going to, I believe you'd get much more pleasure or much more satisfaction or much more fulfillment in investing into the things that you find essential rather than the things that don't bring you fulfillment. So again, obviously, that for me, that relationship was Allah. But yeah, there was also another thing is like, because when you have these things of like where you place your time, so time is like a big thing in the book, like where you're spending your time. And then it's like, for me, it came back to the thing of like making decisions. Are you spending your time doing something that is essential and purposeful and something that will make you happy with Allah and Allah happy with you? Or are you doing something that is not? Because I feel like life is simple. You're either doing something that's beneficial and bringing you to Allah, or you're doing something that's not beneficial and taking you away from Allah, the remembrance of Allah. So again, we always have these two choices. Should I do this or should I do this? And then there's also like a third choice as well, which I think leans into the favor of the devil rather than it does for God. Because you can either do good or you can do bad. But then if the devil knows he can't make you do bad, because again, let's say you're pious or whatever, he'll make you do nothing. He'll make you be bored. He'll make you do... he's not trying to let you do something that's good. And that's where that famous... because he knows if you're bored for long enough, you'll eventually fall into bad. Because there's that famous saying where it says, idle hands are the devil's playground. Or idle hands are the devil's toolbox. There's loads of different sayings for the same thing. Because if the devil can't make you do bad, he'll make you be bored. He'll make you do nothing. Especially, again, he won't make the thing that's good look, pleasing. Because he knows if you're bored for a long enough time, you'll eventually go on that website. You'll eventually we all know, we all know what we do when we're bored and what we're more inclined to. So again, it's always a thing of making sure we're investing our time and our energy in the right places, but always picking. Again, don't always pick, sometimes I'll pick good, sometimes I'll pick bad. Make the intention that, no, every time I ask myself that question, is this purposeful? Is it bringing me towards Allah? I'm going to make the decision that is going to push me in that direction. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, so that was just today's reflection. Again, I'm going to check the time again. 13 minutes. But wait, guys, we are getting really good at this. These 27-minute episodes. But anyway, but yeah, so again, and on that note, right now you have a decision. You can either turn me off, you can click the X on the button, which again is it fully within your power, or you can click the link in my bio and you can donate to the people of Palestine and Syria and help them out in this winter. This is right now, what this is an invitation from Allah, not me. This is an invitation from Allah. If you have the means, you can do some good right now. But if not, you can choose to just do nothing. I'm not saying you're going to get sin for doing it. However, you have the option for doing good, and again, and would work on your relationship with Allah, or not, and you just ignore yourself and you burn in the fire. I'm joking. I'm joking, but yeah, no, but I'm being serious. But if you can, and you have like I say, if you have the means, if you don't have it, Allah's not gonna feel a way towards you. If you don't have it, you don't have it. But yeah, if you do have the means and you do have the spare change or whatever, click the link in the bio or click the link on my Instagram bio or Human Appeal's Instagram bio and just donate generously. And that's a reflection for myself as well. I need to give more to charity as well. I'm moving stingy because that's the thing. As soon as I you know what? I'm even going to take it myself. I'm going to donate some, because right now, when I close this podcast off, I'm going to go order a Chinese. that is that again, and however much my Chinese order is, I don't know, but like £30 or something. But it's like I could order something for £20 and give £10 to charity. Do you know what I mean? There's always that decision. I think we sometimes we just need to focus more about. That's the thing. We just need to be more conscious with the decisions we're making. I know I spend £10 a month on Uber. I know I spend again, each one of my Uber Eats orders is probably, I don't know, like £20-30. But I could spend, again, even if I just stopped one of them, just one meal, I could give that to charity. So it's not that I don't have it, it's I place more importance on these other things. Gym memberships, whether, I don't know how much they are, £100-200 for nice gyms. Again, but it's like, because you place value on your health. So because you place value on your health, you go, okay, cool, I'm willing to invest this every month. The same is for charity. The same is for Allah. We should have a number. Again, whatever the number is relative to you, we should have a number that we go, no matter what, I donate this much money to those less fortunate than me, because I'm in a position of prosperity, in a position of not power, a position, just again, a good position. So again, I have the means, so why not invest in this part of the world that need it more than I do? Do you know what I mean? You do have the means. Again, we've all got Netflix memberships, we've all got iPhones, we've all got these things. So we've got the means, we've got the money, we've got the resources. It's just whether we care or not. It literally comes down to that. Do you care enough? Because you say you care, all that is lip service. We can say that we care about the people in Palestine. We can say that we care about the people in Syria. But if our actions do not back it, and we have the means to do it, all that means is you don't care. And that's a reflection for myself as well. I always say that. Again, if I'm saying, oh yeah, I care about Palestine, I care about, how much money have you donated? It's a simple question, because that is something that helps them. You know that famous sort of statement, like, put your money where your mouth is. Again, this is that exact statement. Again, we can say that we care about the people of Palestine and the people of Syria and the people of Yemen, and we can bloody scream till the cows come home that we want the freedom and we want this. But again, how much money, how much of your time and your effort are you actually willing to put forward? Again, and a shout out to all the people that go into those deployments, and the shout out to the people that do donate. May Allah bless you, and may Allah make it easy for those that aren't donating and putting our time into to be more charitable people in that regard. So yeah, on that note, I'm gonna finish. Thank you. Can't wait to see you on the next episode. And yeah, can't wait to see some guests on this episode as well, and see where that goes. So assalamu alaikum. I'll see you on the next episode.